You know, whether you're a full-time contractor or just a weekend project do-it-yourselfer, you want to be sure you have the right tools and the right fasteners. Fasteners, what are those, Jim? Well, you'd be surprised if you use the wrong fasteners, well, how that can be detrimental to your project. We're here today at Southern Fastener and Tool Company on the corner of Pass Road and 13th Avenue in Gulfport, right next door to the old Colonial Bakery. Let's go in and tell you why you got to have the proper stuff. Jerry Monroe, the owner here. How are you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Jim. Thanks for coming.
Hey, well, thanks for having us in here. And I mean, as I mentioned, it's very important whenever somebody's, whether it's a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, have the right equipment, the right tools, because you know, no two jobs are the same.
That's correct.
Tell us a little background about Southern Fasteners and Tools.
Yeah, I bought this company from a gentleman by the name of Ronnie Aquino 10 years ago this month. He started this company here in '92.
Wow.
So it's been around a while. He was a builder, a contractor at the time, worked for a local construction company and learned the trade there, building buildings and stuff, and then just morphed into being a salesman and started this business to be a supplier to the trade that he used to work in.
Now, as we were talking about earlier before we started recording, is that you have to have the right equipment because things are different with every job.
Yes.
And when I came in here to talk to you about being on the show, you were showing me all the kind of different things, fasteners and stuff that we'll talk to you about. I'll show you a little bit later. But one of the important things are using the right drill bit.
Correct.
Whenever you're, you know, whether it's wood, concrete, metal, or whatever.
Yes, we keep here in stock. Behind you can see these are different drill bits that we use down here. You have SDS Max over here. The red tubes, the blue tubes are spline bits. And then to your right are just regular SDS Plus bits. They go in 3 different types of drills, and it's just made for drilling into concrete. These are different drill points. Down here we have very hard aggregate, so you need a really good drill bit that can get into the concrete so they can put their wedge anchors in or epoxy them in or whatever the application is they're having to do. And we also down here we have, these are called arbor bits. These are made for going into wood. And you screw these through wood like trusses, or you can pier building, stuff of that nature. So you can put your bolts right in through behind it.
Wow. You don't have to drill it in and come back out with the drill bit. It goes in right with it.
It goes in and you pull it out and put the bolt right in behind it.
All right. Another thing over here, we're talking about skill saw blades.
Yes.
Saw blades are, I mean, everyone's different.
Yeah, these are all different types of applications. You have steel blades here. Goes on a 7 1/4 saw. This is for metal, ferrous wood, metal. These are metal. This is for wood right here. This is for wood right here. This is for hardy board, or the cement boards, and then these are concrete blades that you'd use on a skill saw. You can use this on a walk behind, and then these are for grinders, which you can cut into for tile and concrete and all that type of stuff. And then down below we have, of course, extension cords and marking paint. We have to your left over here. This is fire caulk, and then different types of epoxies. We have plenty more in the back. And then we have safety vests that we use for our people to make sure they're seen out on the job site. It's an OSHA requirement they have to have. It's just some of the things that people pop in, pick up a couple of them, and walk out the door.
And now, of course, we mentioned fasteners and the differences that there are in those, and they've got boxes and boxes and boxes back in the back.
Yes.
So let's go show you some more. Now, looking at all these different screws, I mean, you got self-drilling screws, needle point, drywall, and if you don't use the right screw for a job, well, you're screwed, right?
Absolutely, yes. Every different screw on this chart right here, and everything that's right here on these shelves are for a different job, a different purpose. You know, you have the self-drilling screws, these are called drill point screws right here. Then you have sharp point screws, wood, metal. And we have screws here that you can use to attach stuff through 1/4-inch steel. It's called a Tech 5 screw. These are drywall screws primarily, sheetrock screws, and you put it all together. You have a stitching screw that you put the studs together with, and then you have a drywall screw that holds the drywall onto the steel or wood.
And you sell these by the pound. You don't have to buy the box, right?
Right, by the pound, box. We sell it to you by the pallet. We have several of our customers that For big jobs, we sell it by the pallet. We'll drop ship it to your location, or we'll throw it in a truck and bring it to you.
Now, what is these bars here?
Yeah, this is called all thread.
Okay.
And this is unistrut. And they'll hang pipes from buildings when they're building buildings. They'll screw it to the wall and hang power panels on for different applications. If you need for structure when you're building a building, you can take this all thread. We'll call us up and say you need 100 6-inch, half inch by 6 anchors. We'll cut it to length, bring it to you with your epoxy and a drill bit.
Wow.
For whatever job you need.
I mean, there's so many different things in here.
Yep. If you need rivets, we have copper rivets, we have stainless steel rivets, we have painted rivets for all the roofers and the gutter people out there. Just anything you need. We have safety glasses over here. We have, for the cabinet companies, we have cabinet screws we sell to a lot of people. We have 25 and 27 caliber. These are strip load, and you shoot pins into concrete and steel with these.
I guess this is what this thing is for.
That's correct. That's exactly what it is.
As you can see, the little things on there.
That's right.
Those little charges. Wow.
And it shoots a pin into concrete or steel to hold these studs to the concrete. So when you build your building, that's where it starts right there, and you go up on top of it. And we have gas charges as well. We have regular trackets. This is for a different type of gun we have that we sell. Then you have the strips, or the powder actuated fasteners is what they call them. And you have different strengths: red, yellow, green, and purple. It just depends on what you're shooting it into. These are tech screws over here that we sell that goes into roofs, or putting these together in big buildings. So it's a hex head screw that screws into the steel. These are for another roof type of screw. It's a sharp point. It's got a washer on it so that when you screw it down, it's watertight. And these are some of these Tech 5 screws I was talking about. This is just a long one. This is made to go into 1/4-inch steel.
Drywall caulk?
Yep, that's another thing we have. We also have, these are saw blades to put on a chop saw to cut through metal studs, which you see behind you on these that are built our shells out of. This is a wedge anchor. This is a big one that you would put into a foundation to hold down a machine or a big wall. And then these are tap cons. These are blue. They're made to go into concrete. You'll drill that into the wall to hold in windows or metal studs, or again, that unistrut we talked about over there.
Tell us the hours you're open, Jerry.
6:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday.
All right. Southern Fastener and Tool Company on 13th Avenue and Pass Road in Gulfport, right next to the Old Colonial Bakery.